The doorbell rang with a cheerful chime that belied the storm brewing inside. I stood on the porch of Amara's family home in suburban Chicago, my backpack slung over one shoulder, heart pounding from the long drive and the secret I'd been carrying for months. Amara opened the door, her smile lighting up the afternoon like it always did, but before I could step inside, her mother appeared behind her, eyes narrowing into slits as she took in the sight of us. Too close, too familiar, and snarled, "What the hell is this? You're not bringing that kind of filth into my house." I froze, the words hitting like a slap. Amara's hand, which had reached out to pull me in, dropped to her side. Her mother's face twisted with rage, veins bulging in her neck, as if she'd caught us in the act of some unspeakable crime. But we hadn't done anything yet. Not in front of her, at least. The accusation hung in the air, thick and poisonous, forcing me to confront what I'd been denying. Our friendship had crossed into something deeper, something society, and families like hers deemed wrong. How had she known? Had Amara slipped up? Or was it just the way we looked at each other? The unspoken pull that even I couldn't hide anymore? Amara's voice broke the silence, shaky but defiant. "Mom, stop. Brianna's just here for vacation. What's wrong with you?" But Mrs. Thompson, Evelyn, as she'd insisted I call her back when things were normal, didn't back down. She crossed her arms, blocking the doorway like a sentinel. "I've seen the way you two act. Whispering, giggling, always together. I won't have it. Not under my roof." Her words echoed in my mind, stirring a whirlpool of guilt and anger. I'd come here thinking this summer would be our escape, a chance to figure out these feelings away from college dorms and prying eyes. Instead, it was unraveling before it began. Inside my head, thoughts raced like a freight train. What if she's right? What if this is filth? I'd grown up in a small town in Ohio, where church on Sundays drilled into me that love like this was a sin, a deviation. But with Amara, it felt right, natural even. Her laughter, her touch when we'd study late, the way she'd confide in me about her dreams of becoming a lawyer. It wasn't just friendship, it was more, and now it was out in the open, raw and exposed. I wanted to run, to deny it, but my feet stayed planted. Amara glanced at me, her eyes pleading for support, and I knew I had to choose. Back down or stand up. We ended up in the living room after Evelyn relented just enough to let me in, but the tension was palpable. Amara's father was at work, her younger brother out with friends, leaving us in this pressure cooker. Evelyn paced, her heels clicking on the hardwood floor. "You think I don't know what's going on? I found those messages on your phone, Amara. I miss you already. Can't wait to see you." From her. She jabbed a finger at me. Amara's face paled. I'd sent those texts innocently, or so I told myself, but hearing them read aloud twisted them into evidence. Amara's inner turmoil must have mirrored mine. She sat on the couch, hands clasped tightly in her lap, staring at the floor. I could almost hear her thoughts. Why didn't I delete them? Why did I let this happen? She'd always been the bolder one, the one who pushed boundaries in our conservative campus circles. But here in her childhood home she shrank. "Mom, it's not what you think," she whispered, but even I could hear the lie in it. It was exactly what Evelyn thought, and denying it felt like betraying ourselves. I spoke up, my voice steadier than I felt. "Evelyn, we're just friends. Close friends. That's all." But as the words left my mouth, a hollow ache settled in my chest. Was I really going to lie to protect us? The decision weighed heavy. Tell the truth and risk everything, Amara's family, our futures, or bury it deeper and hope it faded. Evelyn snorted. "Friends don't look at each other like that. I raised you better, Amara. What would your grandmother say? She fought for our rights as Black women, not for this choice." The racial undertone stung. Amara had shared stories of her family's struggles, the expectations piled on her as the eldest daughter. To succeed, to marry well, to uphold the image. Being gay? That wasn't part of the plan. It clashed with their church, their community. I thought of my own parents, distant but traditional. If they knew, would they disown me? The fear gnawed at me, but seeing Amara's pain fueled a spark of rebellion. As the afternoon dragged on, Evelyn laid down the law. I could stay, but no shared rooms, no alone time. And if I catch anything suspicious, you're both out. Amara nodded meekly, but her eyes met mine with a silent promise. This isn't over. We retreated to the kitchen for water, our hands brushing accidentally, or not, and the electricity shot through me. What price would we pay for this? I wondered as doubt crept in. Was love worth fracturing families? That night, lying on the guest room bed, I replayed the confrontation. Amar's room was down the hall, but it might as well have been miles away. My mind swirled with what-ifs. What if we ignored it? What if we fought? The societal whispers echoed. Abnormal, unnatural. But in my heart it felt anything but. Amara texted me under the covers. I'm sorry. Didn't expect this. I replied. Me neither. But I'm not leaving. The decision solidified. I'd stay, face the storm. Little did I know this was just the beginning. The next morning brought uneasy truce. Evelyn cooked breakfast, her movements stiff, conversation clipped. Amara and I sat across from each other, stealing glances. Plans for today? Evelyn asked, eyes sharp. We mumbled about sightseeing in the city, but inside Amara's thoughts probably raced like mine. How do we navigate this? The pressure built, each word a potential minefield. We escaped to downtown Chicago, the bustling streets a temporary reprieve. Walking along Michigan Avenue, Amara's hand grazed mine again. Bree, about last night. She started, voice low. I squeezed her fingers briefly. I know. It's real for me too. The admission hung between us, thrilling and terrifying. But back home loomed with its judgments and expectations. As we returned, Evelyn waited, arms folded. Had fun. Her tone dripped suspicion. Amara forced a smile. Yeah, Mom. But the lie tasted bitter. That evening, over dinner, the dam broke again. Evelyn brought up church friends, how they'd ask about Amara's boyfriend. You need to think about your future, she pressed. Amara's fork clattered. My future is mine, Mom. The defiance sparked, but at what cost? I lay awake that night, pondering the moral maze. Was loving Amara wrong? Society said yes, family echoed it. But my heart screamed no. The conflict tore at me, decisions looming like shadows. The days blurred into a tense rhythm, each one laced with unspoken accusations and fleeting moments of connection. Amara and I found ways to steal time. Early morning walks in the neighborhood park, where the dew-kissed grass muffled our whispers. But Evelyn's watchful eyes followed us everywhere, her disapproval a constant hum in the background. You two are spending too much time together, she'd say, masking concern with casual remarks that cut deep. Inside, I battled the urge to confront her, to defend what felt innate, but fear held me back. What if it pushed Amara away? Amara's internal struggle was evident in her quiet moments. She'd stare out the window, lost in thought, probably weighing the love she felt against the life she'd been raised to live. Bree, sometimes I wonder if this is worth it, she confessed one afternoon while we pretended to watch TV in the living room, Evelyn in the kitchen nearby. Her words stabbed, but I understood. Her family was her anchor, proud, resilient, rooted in traditions that didn't include us. To choose me meant betraying them, or so it seemed. I nodded, my own doubts surfacing. I get it. My parents would freak too. Back home, Dad's conservative rants about family values echoed in my ears. Mom's silent agreement. Coming out wasn't an option. It was a detonation. But denying Amara felt like suffocating. The moral quandary gnawed. Was self-acceptance selfish if it hurt others? That evening things escalated. Amara's father, Marcus, returned from a business trip, oblivious at first. Evelyn pulled him aside, their murmurs filtering through the walls. When they emerged, his face was stormy. Amara, we need to talk. He gestured to the study, leaving me alone with Evelyn's cold stare. You should go home, Brianna. This isn't your place. My heart raced. Go home? Abandon Amara now? No. I waited in the hall, ears straining. Raised voices erupted, Marcus's deep baritone, Amara's sharp retorts. It's not a phase, Dad. I love her. The words slipped out, raw and unfiltered. Silence followed, then Marcus's roar. Love? That's not love. It's confusion. We've given you everything, education, support. And this is how you repay us. Amara burst out, tears streaming, slamming the door behind her. She grabbed my hand, pulling me upstairs. We have to go. But where? We had no plan, just desperation. In her room she paced, mind whirling. Why did I say that? Now it's real. Irreversible. I held her, whispering assurances, but doubt crept in. Was I worth this rift? Evelyn banged on the door. Open up. This ends now. Marcus joined, his voice calmer but firm. Amara, think about your siblings. Your community. Being like this. It'll destroy opportunities. The societal pressure hit hard. Job prospects, social standing, all tainted by prejudice. Amara crumpled, sobbing. I don't want to lose you all. The standoff lasted hours. Finally they left us, but the damage was done. That night Amara turned to me in the dark. Bree, what if they're right? What if we can change? Her question pierced. Change? The idea repulsed me, yet I understood the temptation. Blend in, avoid pain. But at what price to our souls? Morning brought fragile peace. Marcus suggested counseling. To sort this out. Amara agreed reluctantly, her eyes apologetic to me. It's just to appease them. But I saw the crack, doubt seeding. At the session, the therapist, a kindly woman in her 50s, listened neutrally. Feelings are valid, she said. But Marcus interjected. Valid doesn't mean right. Our faith says otherwise. Amara's resolve wavered. Driving back, she was quiet. Maybe we should take a break. The words hung like a guillotine. Break. After everything? My mind screamed no, but I nodded, hiding the hurt. The decision. Step back to save her family ties. But it felt like betrayal of us. Days passed in awkward limbo. I helped with chores, avoiding alone time with Amara under Evelyn's scrutiny. Inside, resentment built. Why couldn't they accept us? The societal mirror reflected distortion. Love as threat. Amara confided in whispers. I feel torn apart. Me too. Each choice carried weight. Stay true, lose family. Conform, lose self. Then came the confrontation at church. Evelyn dragged us to Sunday service, hoping divine intervention. The pastor preached on traditional families, eyes seeming to bore into us. Amara shifted uncomfortably, her hand inches from mine. After, a family friend approached. Amara, heard you're seeing someone special? Evelyn's glare silenced her. The hypocrisy burned. That afternoon Amara exploded. I'm done pretending. She stormed out, me following. In the park she kissed me, quick, desperate. I can't lose you. The act sealed our pact but invited more storm. Returning, Evelyn waited, phone in hand. I've called your parents, Brianna. They know. Panic surged. My parents? The call confirmed. Disappointment, demands to come home. This isn't you, Mom said. But it was. The betrayal from Evelyn stung deepest. How dare she? Amara faced her. You had no right. Evelyn's response. I did it for your good. The house divided. Marcus mediated, but lines drawn. Amara chose me, packing a bag. We're leaving. The decision. Freedom over security. As we drove away, tears mixed with relief. But the cost? Fractured bonds, uncertain future. Yet doubt lingered. Was this right? The moral debate raged internally. Love versus duty. Society's voice. Abnormal. Ours authentic. The motel room in Milwaukee smelled of stale coffee and regret, but it was ours, away from judging eyes. Amara collapsed on the bed, exhaustion etching lines on her face. What have we done, Bree? Her voice cracked, echoing my own turmoil. We'd fled Chicago with little more than clothes and savings, chasing illusions of freedom. But reality bit hard. No jobs, no plan, just the weight of our choices. Inside I questioned everything. Was running the answer? Or cowardice? Amara's family text flooded her phone. Please, threats, guilt trips. Come back, we can fix this, Marcus wrote. Evelyn's were harsher. You're throwing your life away. Amara stared at the screen, torn. They raised me. How can I just cut them off? The conflict. Loyalty to blood versus heart. I held her hand. We'll figure it out. But doubt gnawed. My parents' silence hurt more than words, disowned without a fight. Society's shadow loomed. Job hunts were resumed screamed normal. But our truth leaked in interviews. Any family nearby? One asked. Amara hesitated, and the offer vanished. We found temp work, waitressing at a diner where whispers followed us. Those two. You know. Customer stares, manager's side eyes. The prejudice seeped in, eroding confidence. Amara's spark dimmed. Maybe we should go back, she murmured one night after a rude patron. The temptation. Conformity for peace. But I pushed back. And hide again? No. Our arguments escalated, born of stress. You don't get it, Bree. As a black woman, I face enough barriers. This makes it worse. Her words hit home. Intersectional struggles, race, gender, sexuality, amplified the pain. I felt guilty, privileged in my whiteness. Was I dragging her down? A call from Amara's brother shattered the fragile balance. Mom's sick, stress from this. Guilt crashed over her. It's my fault. She paced, mind racing, return and repent? Or stay true? The moral dilemma peaked. Personal happiness versus family health. We drove back, tension thick. At the hospital, Evelyn's eyes softened briefly. You came. But accusations followed. See what you've done? Amara broke down. I'm sorry. The apology felt like surrender. Marcus pulled her aside. End this for us. In the waiting room I sat alone, thoughts swirling. Was love selfish? Society preached sacrifice for family. But denying us felt like death. Amara returned, eyes red. They want me to stay. Alone. The ultimatum. Choose them or me. Heart-shattering, I nodded. Do what you must. But inside betrayal brewed. How could she waver? Driving away solo, tears blinded me. The decision, let go to save her. But the price? Loneliness, doubt. Weeks later, in a cheap apartment in Ohio, isolation gripped. Jobless, friendless, outcasts avoided me. Amara's texts dwindled. Need time. The separation tore. Was this the end? Moral questions haunted. Right to love freely? Or duty to conform? Then a knock, Amara bag in hand. I couldn't. Joy surged, but caution too. Your mom. She shrugged. Better, but I chose me. Us. The reunion bittersweet. Lost time, scars. But society pushed back. At a pride event we faced protests, slurs, signs damning us. Amara flinched. Is it worth it? The incident sparked doubt anew. Home, she confessed. Sometimes I regret leaving. Arguments flared. Then go back. I snapped. Hurt flashed in her eyes. The rift grew. Trust eroded by pressures. One night, she admitted. I talked to an ex. A guy. To see if. The confession gutted. Betrayal? Or desperation? Why? I demanded. Tears fell. To fit in. To make it stop. The pain. Her internal war. Society's mold breaking her. Forgiveness? Hard. The decision. Confront or collapse. We talked till dawn, unraveling threads. I love you, Bree. But the world hates us. Truth stung. Moral crossroads. Fight on or yield. A job offer for Amara. In New York, progressive haven. Come with. Hope flickered. But my ties, family reconciliation attempts pulled. Mom called. We miss you. If you change. The bait. Acceptance conditional. Amara's eyes pleaded. Don't. The choice. Her or them. Heart won. We packed, heading east. But en route, doubts resurfaced. Was relocation escape or avoidance? In the city, anonymity helped. New friends, support groups. But past shadows lingered. Amara's family cut contact fully. Their loss, she said, but voice wavered. The cost? Isolation from roots. My parents persisted. Visits urged, therapy suggested. It's a phase. Denial fueled anger. No, it's me. The standoff, truth over ties. Yet, in quiet moments, Amara wondered. Did we choose right? The question echoed my own. New York's pulse thrummed around us. A cacophony of sirens and footsteps that drowned out some doubts but amplified others. Our tiny Brooklyn apartment became a sanctuary and a battlefield. Amara landed the legal aid job, her passion reigniting, but long hours left her drained. I'd found freelance writing gigs, penning articles on social issues that mirrored our lives. Yet success tasted bittersweet, laced with the ghosts of what we'd sacrificed. Amara's nightly rituals included scrolling old family photos, eyes misty. I missed them, Bree. The admission stirred guilt in me. Had I pushed too hard? Her internal monologue must have been relentless. Was leaving brave or reckless? Society's narrative, family first, clashed with our reality. I hugged her. They'll come around. But did I believe it? A surprise email from Evelyn shattered the illusion. Your father's had a heart attack. Blames the stress. Amara crumpled. My fault again. The blame game. Her choice as culprit. We flew back, the plane ride a torrent of what-ifs. At the hospital, Marcus lay pale, machines beeping. Evelyn's glare. You happy now? Amara knelt by his bed. Dad, I'm sorry. He squeezed her hand weakly. Just come home. The pull. Redemption through conformity. Later, Evelyn cornered us. End this nonsense, Amara. Marry nice, have kids. That's life. Amara's resolve cracked. Maybe. My world tilted. Maybe. After all? Betrayal's sting deepened. Alone in the hotel, I confronted her. You'd throw us away? Tears flowed. For them? To stop the hurt. The debate. Love's endurance versus peace's allure. She chose to stay a week, helping. I returned to New York, seething. Distance bred suspicion. Calls grew sparse. Busy with Dad. But intuition screamed otherwise. Digging online, I found posts. Amara at church events, smiling with old friends. Was she reverting? The moral quandary peaked. Trust or investigate? I called her brother. She's seeing a counselor. About changing. The revelation gutted. Conversion. The thought horrified. Society's dark side. Therapy's debunked but persistent. Flying back unannounced, I burst into their home. Amara startled. Bree. Evelyn smirked. Told you. The confrontation. Are you trying to fix yourself? Amara broke. I thought maybe. For them. The argument raged. You'd erase us? Hurt turned to anger. It's not erasure. It's survival. Her words echoed societal pressures. Assimilate or suffer. But I saw damage. Self-hate internalized. Marcus, from his bed, intervened weakly. Let her choose. Choice the crux. Amara's eyes met mine. I choose you. But doubt lingered. We left together, but fractures showed. Back in New York, therapy for us real affirming. Feelings aren't choices, the counselor said. Amara nodded, but sessions unearthed pain. Growing up, I hid parts of me. Race was enough battle. The layers. Intersectionality amplifying conflict. A work crisis tested us. Amara's boss discovered our relationship via social media. Clients might mind. Subtle discrimination. She faced demotion or quit. Fight it. I urged. But fear won. She resigned, spirit broken. See? The world wins. Jobless, resentment built. If we'd stayed hidden, she muttered. The blame shifted to me. You pushed us out. Truth? Partly. My impatience for authenticity clashed with her caution. Arguments turned vicious. Maybe you're right. Go back. I yelled. She packed, leaving. The split. Necessary release or tragic mistake? Alone reflection hit. Was love enough against odds? Society's barriers, legal protections aside, emotional toll immense. Friends advised. Move on. But heart rebelled. Weeks later, Amara returned. I can't without you. Reconciliation tentative. We fight together. The pact. No more wavering. But a family wedding invite arrived for Amara alone. +1? No. The snub stung. She declined, but regret showed. Missed milestones. The cost. Memories forfeited. At a rally, we marched, voices for equality. Empowerment surged, but counter-protesters hurled hate. Freaks. A bottle flew, grazing Amara. Fear reignited. Worth the risk. Hospital stitches later, she whispered. Yes. Resolve hardened. But internally. When does perseverance become folly? A breakthrough, Marcus called. Miss you. Maybe. Visit. Tentative olive branch. Amara wept. Without conditions? Hesitation. We'll see. The visit loomed, tension building. Would acceptance come? Or more pain? The drive back to Chicago felt like traversing a minefield. Each mile stirring buried emotions. Amara gripped the wheel, knuckles white. What if it's a trap? Her mind must have spun scenarios. Rejection renewed, or worse, ultimatums disguised as reconciliation. I squeezed her hand. We face it together. But inside anxiety churned. Society's progress was uneven. Laws changed, hearts lagged. Arriving, the house looked unchanged, but the air crackled. Marcus opened the door. Freilier post-heart attack. Come in. Evelyn hovered, expression guarded. No hugs, just nods. Dinner was awkward. Small talk skirting the elephant. Work good? Marcus asked Amara. She nodded. Yeah. In law. The breakthrough came post-meal. Marcus cleared his throat. We've talked, prayed. Evelyn interjected. It's hard. Our beliefs. Amara tensed. Then why invite? Marcus sighed. Because you're family. But this lifestyle. The word hung offensive. I spoke up. It's not a lifestyle. It's us. Eyes turned. Evelyn softened. We don't understand. Amara's voice rose. Try. Or lose me forever. The night devolved into debate. Bible verses versus personal truths. God loves all, Marcus conceded. But Evelyn clung. Not this way. Amara's tears. Why can't you love me as I am? Exhausted, we retreated to the guest room. Separate beds insisted. Amara whispered. Worth it. The question mirrored my soul searching. Families evolve slowly. Forcing it risked more breaks. Morning brought surprise. Evelyn cooking favorites. Truce. Tentative. Over coffee, stories shared. Childhood memories softening edges. Marcus admitted. Scared for you. World's cruel. Amara nodded. It is. But hiding's crueler. A walk in the park echoed our early days. Evelyn joined unexpectedly. Tell me about her, she said of me. Amara beamed. She's my rock. Evelyn listened, walls cracking. Not acceptance but progress. Yet back in New York, doubts resurfaced. A friend's coming out gone wrong, disowned, homeless, inspired fear. Could be us, Amara said. The societal mirror. Progress fragile. Work rebounded for Amara, new firm, inclusive. But prejudice lingered. Colleagues' whispers. She pushed through but at cost, stress therapy. My writing took off, an article on LGBTQ struggles went viral. Backlash followed. Hate mail, threats. See the hate. Amara fretted. The price? Visibility's danger. A betrayal hit close. A mutual friend outed us to my extended family. Aunt's calls. Shameful. The ripple, more isolation. Amara's response. We stand tall. But internally, when to fight, when to retreat. A turning point. Evelyn's call. Visited a support group. For parents. Shock. Trying to understand. Tears flowed. Bridge building. The visit followed. Evelyn alone in New York. Awkward tour but honest talks. Feared losing you, she admitted to Amara. Still do. Amara hugged her. You won't if you accept. Dinner revelations. Evelyn's own suppressed dreams, societal cages. Empathy bloomed. Not full embrace but steps. Marcus followed suit, video calls warming. Proud of you. The word healing balm. Yet challenges persisted. At a family reunion invite, including me, hesitation. They'll stare. Amara worried. We went tensions high. Whispers but also allies, cousins supportive. A confrontation. An uncle's slur. Amara stood. That's my partner. Respect or leave. Pride searched. The stand. Costly but empowering. Back home reflection. We'd paid dearly, years of pain, lost connections. But gained authenticity. Society evolved slowly but our story contributed. Amara's pro bono work helped others. My words inspired. In quiet nights we pondered. Was the journey worth the scars? The awakening. Love's triumph over fear. But at what moral cost? Families mended but broken first. Society's judgments internalized, then defied. As we lay together, Amara smiled. We made it. But the path twisted, full of trade-offs. In the end, was sacrificing family bonds for personal truth the right choice? Or a selfish act that caused unnecessary pain?